In this session, we are going to learn about bank feeds. And so what bank feeds is going to allow you to do is draw down transactions from your bank, help you during the reconciliation process so that it makes it just a lot quicker, more efficient, and automatic. So how do we do this? So over here in my banking workspace, I can come over to my bank feeds link. And I'm just going to call one just for test for purposes for this little demonstration, and I'm going to pull it in from a test site and tell it what data to pull in from what time. And so what I do is I click on the connect, and this will pull up a list of all the banks that are linked via those test sites. Now, this is a test set of data, but with your Plaid or MX connection, it'll show literally every bank in the system. So you see just right off the top that we have all the popular banks that you can choose from at the beginning here, but all you have to do is start typing for an existing bank and it'll start narrowing that list. So once you find your bank, you're going to log in, go through all the parameters that are involved in that login process. With this little bit of demo data, there's no real login required. But then I'm going to link out to all the different banks that I need to set up or that I have set up, and I'm going to link those to my Acumatica and tell the system to pull down the transactions on a regular basis for those accounts. And I already have one set up here. I'm just showing you what it would look like as I go through and set up a brand new connection. So after it finishes this, and it'll take another second or two for that to finish pulling that in. Yeah, I already have it linked, so it's not going to let it happen. But assuming that we had set that up appropriately, here you can see what's out there at the bank, and then right here are my cash accounts that I have set up inside of the Acumatica system, which, like I said, allows you to pull down transactions from the bank down into Acumatica for reconciliation purposes. So going backwards a step here, let's go to the reconciliation statement screen and talk about what a reconciliation looks like if you were doing it manually. So first, you would kick off a brand new reconciliation for your, so let's just say your checking account. And then, I'm picturing this as being old school. You have a piece of paper in hand. What are my dates? What's my statement balance here? And then I'm going to start checking boxes, maybe with a red pencil on my piece of paper as I reconcile. And then your differences are just going to continue to change. And when you're happy and it's finished, you're going to take this off of hold, release it, and then you have a reconciled statement. And you can do that literally every day inside of Acumatica if you want. So if today is a Friday and you want to reconcile Thursday's transactions, that could be the first thing you do every day. And then to a slightly more automated process would be is if you imported your bank transactions. So again, like I said, you're doing your reconciliation, you go out to Thursday's transactions, you pull those down into an Excel spreadsheet, you can load those into Acumatica and then tell it to do an automatic match. But with bank feeds, those transactions would be there automatically based on the schedule you told it to update. And so when I'm looking at my demo data here for this checking account, you're going to see that it already downloaded some transactions prior to this demo. They would just live out here until we decided what to do with it. There's my sample data. And then I'm going to click this auto match button. And the auto match is going to find the matches accordingly and picture back to my reconciliation screen. It's going to send a checkbox to that screen. And then I would only have to deal with the differences. And then if there is a difference, let's just say that this one was not in the system. Well, then I can come over here to my right-hand side and create the matching transaction manually. And again, auto match would feed the reconciliation screen and it would help me with my reconciliation. Like I said, you'd only have to deal with the exceptions. Maybe those are bank fees or interest. Create the transaction to help you finish off the reconciliation. And that is the bank feeds module.